Catherine here from Project Crypto. In this next video, Mike Klingler will walk you through the final steps to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase. Over to you, Mike.
Okay, so moving on to the next step, there's one thing I wanted to show you real quick. If you scroll down, you're logged into your Coinbase account, you scroll down here, you'll see that it's walking you through all the steps you need to complete. Confirm your email address, we did that early. Add a payment method, we did that in the last video. I didn't do it with this account because I just have this as a test account to show you how to do this. I have a different account, obviously. I want to keep that secure and private as possible, so I'm going to use it as little as possible for these recordings. But you should have this checked off, because in the last video I walked you through how to set up a payment method. Again, I recommended doing a credit or debit card because it's fast, so getting started, that's what I recommend, so you can take advantage of the opportunities right away. The sooner you get going with all this, even if it's just with a little capital, the sooner you start seeing the opportunities that are out there, the faster you're going to be able to take advantage of them. But I do also recommend, and I recommended in the last video, you set up a bank account for larger Bitcoin purchases in the future when you're ready for that. Right? Just start with a debit or credit card at first because it's instant. So yours should be green with the check mark there. And then last, it says add your phone number. So you can click anywhere in here in this section. I would just click add your phone number, enables two-factor authentication, and you'd come to a page like this. Now, while you were setting up your payment method, you may have already run into this and done it, but I just want to mention they're doing everything to have a lot of security, and just one of those measures is this step where you're going to enter your phone number. I'm going to enter my cell number, and so they can do additional. And I don't mind letting you see my number here. I'm here to answer questions, although, I could be getting thousands of messages a day, in which case, when that happens, I won't be able to obviously return all the calls, but feel free to reach out if you're having trouble. It's possible that I will be able to reach back. If my voicemail is full, then you know what happened. Okay, so there's my number. Enter yours. This allows you to have more security. So that's why they're asking for this. So we'll hit next. It says we just sent an SMS. So they sent me a text message to my phone. So when you do that, they're going to send one to yours. I'm going to open that up and look for the text message from them. And you would enter that code here. So that's my code that I got. If you're having trouble, you can have it resend it, another text message. But once you enter the code that it sent you by text message to your phone, hit verify phone number right here. And then again, it's taking me to payment because I didn't set it up for this account because this is just a test account for me to walk you through this. Obviously, with my account that I use, I've already set up both the bank account and the credit debit card. So you've already done this, so it may move you right to buy. Let's go there real quick. And again, while you're here, I would strongly, it won't let me do that because I need to enter this in. So check the next video. I'll log into, I have two accounts, someone else in the other in the family. I'm going to log into one of those to show you how to buy. So I'll see you in the next video. Let's go to the buy and sell link. So click there. Now some of you might see a screen that asks you to upload photo ID. And if it does, just follow those steps and get it done. And I encourage you, get it done if it's asking you to do that. I think it does that kind of randomly at first, maybe certain countries. My other account, because of certain transactions I've done a lot of transactions, so it's asked me to do that, and I have to upload my photo ID. But that was pretty late in the game. Like I was able to do a lot of stuff with it before it asked me to do that, so it may not ask you to do that yet. But if you see it, just upload your photo ID. Take the time to do it. Get some cryptocurrency so you can take advantage of what I'm going to be showing you. Okay. Hopefully, though, just for simplicity, you'll be able to just jump here to buy, sell, and see something like this. You're going to want to make sure Bitcoin is selected. If you're following my recommendation, that's what I recommend. I'll be talking about Ethereum and Litecoin and hundreds of other cryptocurrencies and the differences between them and all the opportunities that are available to us with all these things. But right now, let's keep it real simple. Start with Bitcoin. So make sure Bitcoin is selected. and then you would choose the payment method that you're going to buy with. If you've connected a bank account like we have here, then that's going to be in this drop-down menu. If you have selected a bank card, like a debit card or a credit card, that will be an option. I encourage you to use a bank card, like a debit or credit card first, because even though it's a little bit higher transaction fee at 3.9%, if you're only doing like $500 of a Bitcoin purchase or less, certainly if you're somewhere around $100, that's a small fee in comparison to the returns that we're going to be able to get when I show you how to invest, and it's fast. If you choose a bank account, it's like 4 to 5 days, and I've even found it to be longer than that. Like I've made purchases with our bank account, and it's taken as long as 10 days. And I just don't want you to see that kind of delay, because that's when things can happen in life and you lose connection with this process, and then you're not investing and you don't understand until you see the returns that you can get. So I'm encouraging you that if it's an option to use a debit or credit card as a payment method, choose that first so you can get it right away and you can follow my next steps and start seeing the returns that I'm talking about, because then your life will never be the same. But if you have to use a bank account, I certainly did that at first. You'll just have to wait for your Bitcoins to arrive a little bit longer. I recommend using the bank account method later when you're doing a larger purchase. When you start to see the returns that I'm showing you, when you start to see them yourself and you're getting them, you'll probably want to find ways to get more going. And at that point, you might want to use a bank account as your payment method. Even though it takes a little bit longer, it's more secure for larger purchases, obviously. And also it has higher limits. So start with the debit or credit card if you can. Use a bank account if you need to, but choose your payment method. And then here's where by the way, it shows you your weekly bank limit. So this one, she can do, I think, $5,000 a week, because if you were to choose a debit credit card, it would be much smaller, which is fine for your first step, right? Just to get started. So I just want to show you that there is a limit to how much they'll let you put in at a time per week, just for security reasons. And that increases over time as you build trust with them and have a history with them. But whatever you can do, whatever you want to do just to get started, from $1, at least I suggest $100. You're going to get the the bonus that Coinbase gives you the first time. If you do a $100 purchase, you'll get $10 of free Bitcoin. Maybe that's a good option for you. Wherever you're starting from, choose the amount that you're going to put in here. Like we might put 100 US. Wait, hold on. So 100. As a new user, you may only purchase up to 5,000 initially. Please wait until your first purchase. Oh, because we already spent 5,000. I see. We just spent 5,000, so we hit our limit. Apparently, we have to wait for that to go through before we can do more. For you, just go ahead and like enter 100. It's my recommendation if you can, or whatever the amount is, and it will show you how much Bitcoin that is. And then, if you wanted to, you could hit repeat this by, and it will do it daily or weekly. But for now, for most of you, I wouldn't recommend that. Just enter the amount that you want to do and hit buy Bitcoin, and then go through the confirmation process. And you're going to have some Bitcoin in your account almost immediately if you chose debit or credit card. And if you do $100 or more, you're going to get an additional $10 of Bitcoin deposited. Sometimes that takes a day or two.